Hello Space Croutonians, this is SALI, with another very special episode of our quirky sci-fi storytelling podcast. We have reached the end of Season 2 and thought you might once again like to go behind the scenes to meet some of the creative minds who have brought this crazy world to you for another year. So fasten your seatbelts, it's time for liftoff.
In the saddle up the creek with no paddle, no aliens to battle where we want to go. Without being pompous, we don't need map or compass. We're launching cattywampus on our new travel show. Space Croutons,
only go with us.
Space Croutons,
on our podcast bus.
Space Croutons, we see your retinas. And in space, no one can hear you scream. Loopy from our earworm, space shanty theme.
And we're back. Joining me once again are Jerry, Della, John, and Jeff Goodson, creators of Space Croutons. Welcome lady and gentlemen to Van Helsing and the show. Why don't you each introduce yourselves so our listeners can get used to your voices speaking as your regular selves?
Hi, I'm Jeff. I'm part of the main team of creators for this. And something fun about me is I only ride my bike when the weather is nice.
You have an interesting definition of fun, Jeff. Who's next?
So I'm Jerry. I'm also on the team, just part of the staff. Love this adventure. Something fun about me. I no longer work for a living.
Woohoo!
Now you live to work.
Now I just live. It's even better.
Oh. Hi, I'm John. I part of the Space Croutons team. I fly, I sail, I throw caution to the wind, and that's why I joined Space Croutons.
And of course the team would not be complete without hearing from the lady in the room.
My name's Della. I am a currently employed person, which makes me unique in this group. I do work as a teacher, and I just really love that. So that's really my passion. But I'm very thankful to be part of the creative team at Space Croutons, and thankfully you guys don't ask too much of me.
So let's start by hearing about some of the characters you each voice and if you have any favorites.
Wow. So Jimbo Tai has really developed and completed his story arc. So, yeah.
Well, by the same token, I think Dad found a way off the show by joining the rebellion.
You sound a little happy about that.
I wonder who wrote that in.
Now, you were both Russian characters as well, Sergei and Gregor.
Yeah.
So how was it to be Russians that didn't have Russian accents?
Well, the universal translator took care of that for us.
I didn't have a universal translator. I had a Babelfish.
There you go. Della, I know you had the candidate and a couple of other.
Yeah, I think the most challenging was doing the travel log host. You know, the one in French accent and the one with the British accent. That was a big challenge for me. I had to kind of really step out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But you handled it beautifully. Wait till we go to Portugal.
Okay.
No. Japan is next.
And of course, I was doing Curdy, and I did Pete in his extended adventures over 4 different episodes. And then it was kind of nice there for a little bit that Curdy became incapacitated and was not able to participate as much.
Although I did miss Curdy.
Well, he will be back.
All right.
So.
I really miss the banter between Curdy and Sally.
Yeah, I'm trying to bring some of that back in season 3. Sally got a little more serious. Also, I noticed in season 2.
Yep, toward the end.
Mm-hmm. So starting in season 3, I've got her digital scrapbooking. So
keeping a record of our adventures, hey?
Yeah, so we'll have some fun with that.
I hate to interrupt, but we have a caller. Amanda, who joined Space Croutons for season 2, is on the line. Hello Amanda, you voice a couple of characters, Alexa for example, and you do a great job. How did you get involved with Space Croutons?
John invited me, encouraged me, harassed me.
And knowing what you know now, would you do it again?
Absolutely. I had the best time. Absolutely.
If you were to guess, how do you think Space Croutons will turn out?
Always on top. Always in an adventure. Maybe a little upside down. But it'll be fun.
Thank you, Amanda, for calling in, and I am sure we will chat again. Now back to our guests in the studio. Della, Jerry, Jeff, and John. Do any of you have a favorite episode from the second season?
I guess I like Ode to Poi with the songs embedded. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
And Music Calamity also had
Right.
songs embedded
Yeah.
too. That was interesting. Kudos to whoever came up with the idea to do a musical episode. It was
Yeah,
really
kudos.
fun.
Agreed. Speaking of music, is there a favorite song from this season?
My favorite song was the theme song.
The theme song, yeah.
The season 2 theme song.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Not
Wait
that
for
it
season
was-
3. The
Wait,
season
what?
3 theme song.
There's a season 3?
There's gonna be a season 3
Oh, when were you going to tell us?
in 2 weeks when we open season 3.
Okay.
Did anything happen in season 2 that was a surprise?
I did not expect the zombies.
Who does?
Okay.
I
Nobody
expected the
zombies.
Spanish Inquisition.
Our chief weaponry are.
Speaking of surprises, we have another caller. Please welcome Carter, who also happens to be Amanda's son, to the show. Carter, how did you get involved with Space Croutons?
Well, when I heard that my mom was in the podcast, I thought it'd be pretty cool just being in it too. So I asked, and like maybe if 2 days later, you came to me and asked me if I wanted to be in it.
And we are so glad you have joined us. What is your favorite character on the show?
Alexa. Good answer. I trained you well.
Sounds like your mom is listening in. Did she pay you to say that?
I wish.
Carter, thanks very much for being with us for this special behind-the-scenes episode of Space Croutons. Good luck with Season 3 and join us again soon. So, it is great to have new voice actors who seem to enjoy doing the show, but it's not only the cast that is growing, the audience is growing too. Have any of you here in the studio gained any fame from the podcast?
About 3 pounds.
Okay.
You gained 3 pounds of fame.
Yeah.
That sounds
Well,
expensive.
I think I may have gotten some points with my boss, but then she
Okay.
started listening to it. She's like, "Oh, you have a podcast?" Like she was thinking I was doing something professional.
Well, it is professional. We're just not getting paid.
There is a rumor going around the internet that the only thing left to throw into the Space Croutons pot is zombies, which begs the question, what would be your plan to survive a zombie apocalypse?
I'm going to convert myself into a digital format
Okay.
and hide in the circuitry.
I hear that zombies can't really chew through leather, so I'll be clad in leather.
Okay. I heard that they don't like Italian food, so I'm going to hide out in an Italian restaurant
There you
An
go.
Italian restaurant. Okay.
because they'll just walk on by and say,
For the apocalypse, yeah, what you can do is the same thing that they did in the TV shows. Just kind of dress grungy and move real slow, and then you blend right in.
There you go.
I think they did that on Shaun of the Dead too.
Camouflage.
I think
Uh-huh.
they did.
As part of your world, I have wondered about something. Is Space Croutons a classic good versus evil story, and if so, which side are the aliens on?
So I thought it was good versus evil, but as the story progressed, I wasn't so sure anymore. I think it was just, they were just misunderstood.
Yeah, it usually comes down to what's your perspective on what's happening.
And having
So-
different writers contribute too, it adds an element of randomness.
That's true.
Yeah, a bit of a challenge there.
And we have yet another caller. Not bad for a fiction podcast with no actual call-in number. Let's please welcome Patsy to the show. Patsy, what would you like to share?
Thank you very much, Sally. It's a pleasure to be here. It is my honor. I have been a friend of the Goodson family for a very long time, and I've done many performances with Jeffrey Goodson. And so he asked me if I would be interested. And of course, I jumped at the chance to do this, and it's just been a joy, albeit it's been such a learning experience. It's just been really cool and fascinating. It's been fascinating, and I've really enjoyed doing it.
And we should mention that you have been part of the show for quite a while. How long have you been involved?
Since episode 4. I take that back. Well, no, because Jeff played me the theme song. So I've been involved like almost since the beginning. The first season theme song was the first thing I heard, and I totally fell in love with that. So I definitely said I wanted to be involved. And then I was lucky enough to be asked to do a voice for season 1, episode 4 on Query Me This, and being me, I said, oh, let me do the whole thing. I'll do the whole thing. Yeah. So he let me, and it was extremely fun, and it was very challenging. And I hope people enjoy it as much as I enjoyed making it. I've just enjoyed it immensely.
Do you have a favorite episode?
My favorite episode, I think, would be the season 1 finale, because it surprised me, and I was going, oh, and it was just really cool. But I like all the episodes, I think, and it's just really neat to see the different writing styles, because I know you each write an episode pretty much by yourself, but the way that they work off each other, just so great, because they work so well.
Patsy, I have the creators of the show on the air with me, so I am going to put you on the spot. Are there any characters you would like to hear more from in season 3?
Well, Bedsford, I would love to hear from Bedsford. And I like everybody. Yeah, well, Curdy, I love Curdy. Yeah, and I love everybody though. But will Curdy be back? Curdy will be back, right?
We certainly hope so, Patsy. So you and our listeners will want to tune into season 3 and find out. Is there anything else you would like to add before we close the call?
I just want to thank you all for letting me be a part of this. It's just been really enjoyable. And I've had a really good time doing it, and I've learned a lot, and it's just been something I've really looked forward to.
We're back in the studio with another question for Jerry, John, Della, and Jeff. Space Croutons was nominated for Best Science Fiction Podcast at WebFest 2022. What was your favorite item from the swag bag given to the nominees?
The eye cream.
I like the Italian seasoning blend mix. Because again, if there's a zombie apocalypse, I want to be prepared. I'll just sprinkle that.
You want to be seasoned?
As long as it's Italian.
What about the fidget spinner that came in the bag so that you have something to do while you listen to the presenters?
Before we get distracted by that, a question has come to us via email from a listener who wants to know if any of you have cashed your big paychecks from the podcast yet.
No, I'm saving them. Mine's framed and it's on the wall.
I keep sending mine to John.
I framed his, put it on the wall too.
Well, I can send you mine if you want it, but that make it a triptych.
Yeah, well, I'm starting to run out of wall space, but I'll make room.
And Della, you should use yours to buy supplies for your classroom.
Yeah, okay, thanks, guys.
So finally for today, as the creators of such a wild and wacky show, why should people listen to Space Croutons?
Just for fun.
Probably the most accurate podcast out there today.
It is definitely based on science and fiction.
Simultaneously.
So, what more reason do you need?
That, and we'll split the royalty checks with the listeners.
They'll have to come to your house to
It's on the wall.
Off the
It's
wall.
on the wall. We'll cut a piece off.
We'll just post them all on the website. They can download them.
Okay.
Thanks to Della, John, Jeff and Jerry, as well as our callers, Amanda, Carter and Patsy, for their thoughtful words on the show, and we are eager to see where it goes next. It's great to be reminded of the unhindered flow of creative talent, and the excitement of everyone involved renews my faith in humans everywhere. Please listen to next season, and as Curdy would say, keep peace in your heart until our next story time.
So when we leave the station for each time or space vacation, you won't wanna miss it. If you do, well, you can kiss it. Space Croutons,
Season 2.0.
Space Croutons brings new worlds to know. Space Croutons, subatomic afterglow, as we cruise the Milky Way by Tractor B and the quarter
Space Croutons is a work of original fiction. Similarities to persons, situations, or events, real or fictional, is coincidental and unintentional. Created by Jerry, Jace, John, Della, and Jeff Goodson. Entire work copyright 2021 by the authors. This has been a Good Witch audio production.